And so the Chancellor did it. Yesterday at the budget, he closed down the non-dom tax loophole that Labour planned to use for some much-needed public services. And why have they done it? Well, two reasons. One, because it scuppers Labour's plans to make the country a little better, and two, so they've got more money for their precious tax cuts. It boils my blood, these so-called patriots salting the earth because they know they're going to lose the election. And at the end of the day, they've had 14 years, they've messed it all up. It's time for them to get out of the way, and the very least they could do is that leave it in some kind of workable state so things can start to be fixed. But there is one small silver lining, as Pat McFadden will point out. In doing so, they've blown a massive hole in one of their election tax lines.
But most insultingly of all, the British people know the only cause that gets this lot out of bed is trying to save their own skin. Take the desperate move after years of resistance to finally accept Labour's argument on the non-dom tax regime. Has there ever been a more obvious example of a government that is totally bereft of ideas? And if they're sincere in support of this policy now, then the question they must answer today is, why did they not do it earlier? Why did they not stand up to their friends, their funders and their family? Because if they had followed Labour's example, 3.8 million extra operations would have taken place by now. 1.3 million emergency dental appointments, 3 breakfast clubs for nearly 4.5 million children. But if instead this is just another short-term cynical political gimmick, then honestly, what is the point of them? What is the point of a party that is out of touch, out of ideas and nearly out of road? And we saw it last year as well, when only Labour's policies on the cost of living made the difference. For those opposite, now a little downbeat about another intellectual triumph for social democracy, I say get used to it, because with this pair in charge, it won't be long before they ask you to defend the removal of private school tax relief as well.
So the Conservatives have nicked your non-dom policy. Where are you going to find the money for schools, the NHS now?
Two things I'd say about this. First of all, they spent 2 years attacking us for having this policy, saying it was a terrible policy and all the rest of it. If they had adopted this 2 years ago or 5 years ago, it's been our policy for quite a long time, just think of what that could have paid for in terms of the NHS or education or any public service. The second thing I'd say about this is their whole attack on us for the past year in particular has been this phrase, no plan. You've got no plan. In doing this, they've proven they have no ideas of their own, and they've also scuppered their principal election attack against us about having no plan. So it's not a fantastic move on the chessboard, it's a complete intellectual collapse from the government today.
It's not only non-dom status the Tories have pinched, because they're so out of ideas. Where Streeting highlights a couple of others that the Tories have pinched. And you can see that in the video that's on screen now. Thanks for watching, don't forget to hit that like button, and I'll see you next time.